Today is day 91 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are now more than a quarter of the way through the year. We just finished JavaScript, so we've knocked out, at this point, with 3 months down, 25% of the way or a quarter of the way through the year, we've knocked out Learn HTML, CSS Part 1, Learn JavaScript, Sass, Make a Website, Learn the Command Line, Deploy a Website, Learn Git, Python, HTML and CSS, and JavaScript. We are now continuing with jQuery. And before we dive into that, let's look at the catalog. First 2 rows down, beginning of the 3rd row, JavaScript and jQuery. Learn how to make your website interactive and create animations by using jQuery. We'll click on that. jQuery, continue learning by starting. Overview, course outcomes. You'll learn how to add interactivity and animations to a website while getting introduced to JavaScript. By the end of the course, you'll have practiced how to do this in several projects, and you'll get a chance to add functionality to the project you built at the end of Make a Website course. Why learn jQuery? Learning jQuery is the fastest and easiest way to add interactivity and animation to your website. Not only is it a great way to get introduced to what JavaScript can help you accomplish, but this lightweight library will also let you leverage the HTML and CSS skills you've already learned. You're on your way to becoming one potent front-end developer, a likely story, syllabus. How many sections do they have? 7 sections, final project, yet another pay-to-play adventure. Good, so really we've got 6 sections. Whoa, which that is all pro stuff, pro content as well. So maybe only 5. Okay, we've got 5 sections. That's an interactive lesson. Interactive lesson. Modifying functions and selectors, and introduction to jQuery. All right, this JavaScript, Python was 13 hours. JavaScript was 10 hours. Those were the 2 longest courses they had. I do think Ruby, which is broken up into a couple parts, I think the culmination of those, I think there's one other like 10 or 8 hour course mentioned in the catalog. But as far as jQuery goes, it says it should only take about 3 hours. So probably not the longest or deepest. But that is quite all right. So we are just going to dive right in with Start, Introduction to jQuery. If it loads. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. How many sections? We have 13. Not terrible, not terrible. And let me see, I've got... All right, fantastic, fantastic. Back to Twitch chat. All right, here we go. Go time. Section 1, see it to believe it. So far, we've built web pages using HTML, styled them using CSS. Our pages look great, but they're not interactive. We can't drag elements around the page, open and close sliding panels, animate HTML elements, or add new elements to our HTML pages simply by clicking a button. All of that is about to change, though. In this track, you're going to learn jQuery, which will allow you to do all these things and more instructions. Check out the results. Hover over each box to see what happens, and click on each one. Click Save and Submit when you're ready to start learning jQuery. All right, we are hovering over zip boxes. Okay, stuff is moving, and it's moving. Look at this. Red, blue, yellow, green, yellow, blue, red. Cool, cool. We've got HTML. Spectacular. our style sheet, and JavaScript, scripts.js. Okay. Document ready function, div stuff, mouse enter animate, mouse leave animate, div click. Did they say click on stuff? Check out hover over, then click. Okay. Hovering. Click. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hover and click. It disappears. Did you see that? Did you see that? Gone forever. Fascinating. Okay, cool, cool. They've got us. We're hooked. We're interested. Disappearing boxes. Nice, nice. Next lesson. Do 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 do. No? Why are we chat issues? Hold on. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're back. We are back. All right. The document object model. To get the most out of jQuery, we should review how an HTML page is put together. An HTML document is structured according to the document object model, or DOM. It's by interacting with the DOM that jQuery is able to access and modify HTML. The DOM consists of every element on the page laid out in a hierarchical way. Hierarchical? I'm not good with letters. Sprechen Sie letter, right? I don't use these words on. I should. It's not. Don't worry. Hierarchical. God, that sounds brutal. Way that reflects the way that HTML document is ordered. Remember how we could think of the HTML document as a tree. You can think of the DOM the same way. Just as with an HTML document, elements in the DOM can have parents, children, and siblings. If you're a little hazy on what an HTML element is, or what a CSS selector is, or what IDs and classes are, feel free to review these. Blah diddly blah. Instructions. Check out the code in the script.js. We'll explain the code more we'll explain the code more soon, but for now, the main idea is that when the HTML document loads, the code will select an HTML element and make it disappear. We want to get the target div element here, so on line 2, inside the dollar parenthesis, add div. Dollar parenthesis. Div in quotes. I'm gonna get divvy. Hashtag div life. Gone. Went away. See that? It faded out. Here's this. And there's the V. And it fades. And it's back. And the V's back. And it fades. Okay, alright. Simple mind, simple pleasures. This is awesome. Holy. Back to editor. They said something about wait 2 seconds. Really jumps to life on you there. Next lesson. Okay. Changing 3 targets. 3 of 13. Changing targets. Don't be intimidated by the amount of code you're seeing. We'll go through it piece by piece to make sure you understand it thoroughly. Just like the CSS div refers to the HTML element div, the jQuery div refers to the same HTML element div. You can think of the element name passed to jQuery as identical to the CSS element, only wrapped in quotes. Whoa. I feel like that little bit should be more important, or is key. Just like the CSS div refers to the HTML element div, the jQuery div refers to the same HTML element div. Okay, cool. So CSS and JavaScript both share HTML. You can think of the element name passed to jQuery as identical to the CSS element, only wrapped in quotes. Cool. So CSS is just div, HTML is div in carets, jQuery is div in quotes. So for this instance, you could target anything with the class of button with $, parenthesis, quotes, .button, .some action. As you'll remember, .button in your CSS file is how you target anything of class equals button in your HTML file. Okay. Instructions. Put a selector, remember CSS selector, inside $, parentheses. So it instead Put a selector, remember CSS selectors, inside $, parenthesis. So instead it points to the ID #green. We're going to look at hint. Remember to use the £sign for IDs. Yeah, £sign for IDs, dots for classes. I'm pretty sure. So we want green, £green in quotes. Put a selector inside $blah. So instead it points to the ID green. Oh, because instead they're talking about last time where it was div. So this time, quote life, pound, which they call it pound, not hashtag. Good to know. I like that. Pound, we're falling apart here. Oxygen. So graceful. Green. Green. Aha, green faded. Deal with it, green. Please wait 2 seconds. Green dies. Spectacular. Spectacular. Next lesson. 4 of 13. What is jQuery? jQuery is a library or set of helpful additions to the JavaScript programming language. May seem counterintuitive to learn how to use a library before learning the actual language, but there are a few good reasons for this. It takes a while to become comfortable with JavaScript, and it's trickier to manipulate HTML elements directly with JavaScript than with jQuery. In order to help you build awesome websites faster, we're starting you off with jQuery. jQuery provides a simple interface for the underlying JavaScript. It's easier for many users to learn jQuery first, then dive into the nitty-gritty JavaScript details later. 3. jQuery is much better, giving you immediate visual results than regular JavaScript. By the end of this lesson, you'll have built your own interactive button. Hell yeah, interactive button, here we come. Instructions. Actually, those are a little low. Let's open the hint to bump that up. Not a giant hint, but that should be enough altitude. On the JavaScript.js tab, ta-da, add the missing pieces on line 2. So your jQuery calls fade out on the div with the ID not ready. There's a lot of words there. Yeah. I want to just say, so we've got ID ready, ID not ready. Style sheet. Ready is background color blah, green, not ready, red. On JavaScript, add the missing pieces on line 2 so that your jQuery code calls fade out, okay, which it already has the dot fade out, on the div with the ID not ready. So all we're doing is dropping in not ready. So let's copy this guy. Copy. Did that work? Is that pretty good? Hopefully. Save and submit. Beautiful. Master jQuery syntax. Section 5. Linking your HTML and JavaScript files. Great. Now we need to link our HTML page to our jQuery script. So our jQuery magic will affect our HTML. Just like we need a link tag to connect our HTML and CSS, we need a script tag to connect our HTML and jQuery. The tag looks like this: script type equals text/JavaScript source script.js and carets and script. Okay. Note that the script tag is not self-closing. It requires a closing script tag. Instructions: add a script tag to index.html. Its type should be text.javascript and its source should be script.js. Hint: you don't strictly need the type attribute in HTML5, but we're including it here so you're not surprised if you see it in other people's code. That's totally cool. Good side note. That is productive and helpful. We could just copy this beast, but we're gonna type out our own. We're gonna type out our own for today, right now. Script type equals text/JavaScript followed by source equals more quotes. I believe there's an end caret and another caret, and before we get completely carried away, it's source script.js /tag script. Beautiful. Closing caret. Beautiful. Save and submit. Yeah, nice. What's going on there? Nothing happening. Next lesson, 6 of 13. We are, is that halfway? 6.5 would be halfway through 13. We're close. We're on the edge of halfway. Getting started. Next, we need to start, no, what do we need to do? Next, we'll need to start up our jQuery magic using the $document.ready empty parentheses semicolon syntax you've seen. It works like this. $ empty parentheses says, hey, jQuery things are about to happen. Putting document between the parentheses tells us that we're about to work our magic on the HTML document itself. .ready is a function or a basic action in jQuery. It says, hey, I'm going to do stuff as soon as the HTML document is ready. Whatever goes in ready's parentheses is the jQuery event that occurs as soon as the HTML document is ready. So, $document.ready parentheses something says when HTML document is ready, do something. We'll show you how to replace something with an action in the next exercise. Note that .ready parentheses ends with semicolon. This tells jQuery that you're done giving it a command. Instructions: add a document.ready parentheses semicolon to call in script.js. Remember, the document is special. It's not an HTML element like paragraph or div, so it doesn't go in quotes. Okay. They've got stuff. Add document dot ready all in script.js Remember, document is special. So all we're doing is getting rid of function and ready. We're deleting this guy. Document dot ready, syntax error, unexpected token. Saw a thing. That guy. Unnecessary semicolon. Why don't you go jump off of? Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. No. There we go. Maybe that was unnecessary. Right? Is that better? That feels better. There we go. We've got document dollar. No. We've got $ document dot ready, empty parentheses, $document dot ready, empty parentheses, semicolon, and then we've got brackets of sorts. Cool. Save and submit. Green check marks across the board. Beautiful. The functional approach. All right. 7 of 13. The functional approach, perfect. Now we need to put something inside of a ready function. Remember how we say function? You can think action. Functions are basic unit of doing work in jQuery. For this reason, jQuery includes a function keyword. The syntax looks like this: function jQuery magic. If we add our function inside our .ready, jQuery will run the code in our function as soon as the HTML document loads. The syntax would then look like this: $document.ready function. Whoa. If we add our function inside of our .ready, jQuery will run the code in our function as soon as the HTML document loads. The syntax would then look like this. So inside the ready parentheses, which we deleted and changed and all that fun stuff, it would be function and all that noise. Cool. Remember, we end our jQuery statement with a semicolon. All right. Which they got upset in the last section that there was. They didn't say upset. They said we could ignore it. F that noise, right? We got rid of it. The errors were gone. They still gave us the green check mark. Instructions. Place a function inside your ready. You don't need to put anything inside your function's curly braces. You don't need to put anything inside the function's curly braces yet. We'll get into that in the next exercise. We've got document, we've got .ready. So all we're doing is, I'm just going to steal you then. Copy. Function blah, followed by cool. Yeah, that's that. Is there more to this nightmare? I don't think there is. I'd like to note they don't have a semicolon here either. Right? Yeah, nothing. Semicolonless. Green check mark. 8 of 13. The electronic side. Yeah, okay, I did read it correctly. It's the weird on bit. Electronic slide. Good. Road? No. What is that? I always forget. Is that Tommy Boy or Black Sheep? Can't remember. One of those. Alright. Almost there. Now we just need to include an action in the body of our function. In this case, we'll make a header div for our HTML page slide into view. Already stopped paying attention. Between the curly braces of our function, we'll want to turn our div into a jQuery object so jQuery can manipulate it. Much like we use .ready on document, we'll use the .slideDown action on our div jQuery object. Inside SlideDown's parentheses, we'll want to tell it how quickly to slide down. Let's enter slow. include the quotes. This is not going to end well. On line 2 of script.js, okay, on line 2 of script.js, make a div into jQuery object, call the dot slide down action on it. Inside the slide downs, parentheses, type slow in quotes so jQuery knows how quickly to slide your div down. It's well, that's pretty obvious. Your jQuery should look something like this. Document.ready function. Holy God, that came out of nowhere. Just demons escaping, that's all. Don't worry about that. Your jQuery should look something like this. Document ready function, $div.action, how fast, where action is the slide down action, how fast should be slow. Here we go. Document ready function, do something. On line 2, make div into a jQuery object. So we've got dollar dot something, more parentheses, followed by a semicolon. So we're going to do div dot slide down and slow in quotes. Slow in quotes. I think I'm sort of slowly getting the concept of jQuery, the essence, the idea, if you will. Yeah. Essence was good. The essence of jQuery. All right, 9. jQuery practice. 9. Mid-lesson breather. At the ready, get yourself in and get yourself out, and then Eureka. We're doing decent. I know it's only the first day, but kinda cool. Mid-lesson breather. Great work. We've covered a lot so far. Let's take a second to review what we've learned. What jQuery is and how it can manipulate HTML elements. jQuery syntax. Instructions. When you're ready, click Save and Submit Code to practice your new jQuery skills and create an interactive button for your website. Way cool. Way cool. Okay, when you're ready, click Save and Submit. That's it. That's all we do. That's blank, and that's blank. All right, save and submit code. At the ready, click me. This is gonna get messy. All right. We've got at the ready. All right, let's get started. Instructions. 1. In your index.html tab, add a script tag to connect your HTML script.js. In your script.js tab, put document into a jQuery object called .ready. If you're stuck, click on thing. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Was that in the head? It was underneath the link, right? Very similar to this. 1 caret, 2 caret, script text equals, source equals /script. I think it was text /JavaScript. Hopefully. Source script.js. Okay, that's the first bit down. We don't worry about style sheet. We've got script, and we're going to be doing kind of repeats on itself. Dollar document dot ready empties semicolon div. Pretty sure it's div. No, doc. Haha, just kidding. That was a lie. Don't look at me. Nobody look over here. Document. And for fun, we've got that. Let's give that a shot. We'll open hint. Yeah, they got something going on. Save and submit. Did you set your script's type attribute to text/JavaScript? I want to say maybe. Script text/JavaScript equals source script.js scripty McScripterson. Document. Save and submit. Did you set your script's type attribute? Is there a typo? I'm just gonna steal theirs. I don't think there's a typo, but let's see. We copied that. Paste. Looks like the exact same thing to me. Maybe it's those curly braces I added. Huh. Remember your script tag should be of the form blankety blank JavaScript. Copy. We'll go to the line below. These look damn near identical, minus the fact that they're using single quotes and I'm using double quotes. You can turn document into jQuery by putting blankety blank, calling .ready, and so forth. Let's do this. Copy. I did notice in the error when I ran it that text, it was showing the type, and it was showing single quotes. It was showing error, single quotes, text, hyphen JavaScript. Uh-oh, sneeze attack. Oh god, we almost lost the arm. Okay. Continuing on. Alright. So let's get rid of this noise then. And we will change it to individual. Single quotes. We'll see how they feel about that. Maybe they are afraid of the double. Double quote is too intense. Why so serious, right? Let's give this a shot. Those looked identical too. I'd still like to have the curly stuff. I'm going to throw the curly stuff back, see what happens. We are running. Bastards. You know what? I must have it in the wrong place. But it's in the head. Under the link. Let's check. Close. Linking your stuff was 5. You were in 10. Where am I linking to? I must be missing it. Head, title, underneath title, they linked HTML to CSS, so I just dropped my script, and look, here they have double, or here I use double. Script.js? I must have missed something. I'm gonna take you, copy, So I'm not even taking their example. Oh, and look, they've got double quotes there as well. Consistency, people. Consistency. What the hell? Okay. They even mention it down here in double quotes. I know that shouldn't matter, but when teaching and learning, I know it's day 91 of Codecademy for us, but this very well could be day 1 of jQuery for anybody, which technically it is day 1 of jQuery for me. I digress. Copying, and we're moving on back to 10. Let's see if this works. Then head. Maybe it's the head tag section? Is broken? No? That's also damn near identical. Minus the single text stuff. We're gonna get rid of our first and see what happens. Maybe it needs to be tabbed over, but it's HTML. The indentation really is just kind of for ease of reading. It liked this one. I must have had a typo or something. I didn't see a typo. We're gonna agree that we succeeded, but we're gonna go back. I don't think we can undo that. Maybe there was an extra space somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Save and submit. We survived some technical issue. Our code was damn near flawless. All we had to do was link it. We made it through. 11 of 13. We are right there. We are in the presence of the end. Get yourself in. Great. Now let's include our function keyword and 2 actions together. Mouse enter and fade to. Mouse enter does what you might expect. It produces a change when your mouse enters a given HTML element. For example, document.ready function blah. In the curly braces, the first set of curly braces, we've got div mouse enter function, more noise in its own set of curly braces, div dot hide, and then everything closes out accordingly. Okay. For example, blah 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 would hide every div on the page as soon as you mouse over one. We'll find out how to affect just one div among many in the next lesson. For now, we only have one div, so this setup is okay. Instead of hide, however, we'll place fade to inside mouse enter. Fade to takes 2 arguments or inputs between its parentheses, separated by a comma, the speed at which to fade, and the opacity, son of a bitch, that word is back. We thought we escaped the CSS nightmare, but no. Or transparency to fade to. For example, fade to fast 0.25, so 25%, would quickly fade the target element to 25% of its original opacity, making it very light colored. Cool. Instructions, kind of low. Let's open the hint, bump that up. Good, good, good. Using the examples above, make it so your div fades to 100% opacity. When your mouse enters the div, make the animation speed fast. Make sure to give fade out its input, order speed, then opacity. Make sure to give fade out its inputs in order, speed, then opacity. Click Save and Submit Code. When you're done, mouse over your div to see the effect. Hint, your code should look very much like the code in the instructions, only instead of div.hide, you should use .fade to fast, 1. I think everything is happening in the script.js. So Document ready. Inside ready, we are doing function. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 $sign. Do 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 $sign. Dam 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 dam. Div dot mouse enter. Huh, you know what? They don't have camel case for that. I wonder if that's an issue or not. I mean, we'll follow their example, despite how inconsistent. Fade 2 is camel case, but God forbid mouse enter is camel case. I mean, what the right? Look at this, right? They're next to each other. Come on, guys. Quality assurance. Consistency? No? Maybe that's not part of the jQuery library at Codecademy. Who knows? Who knows? I'd really like to make it camel case. I really don't think it friggin' matters, but we'll do mouse enter. We will follow their example for this lesson to appease the editor and the system so we can get through 11 successfully. All right. What do we've got? We've got mouse enter, function yet again. It's brackets with one more function. Function. Heyo, there we go. Now, this is yet another $sign. Div. Do 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 meow meow. Do 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 meow meow. All right. Inspector Gadget, get it? The cat version of Inspector Gadget. That it? That we were really no, but instead of hide, it's fade 2. Fade 2. That's what we were looking for. And within fade 2, we are doing fast. And no, we're not doing fast. What are we doing? We're doing fades 2, fast, and 1. Fast. And 1. And this gets a semicolon. Does that get a semicolon? Yeah, that gets a semicolon. Little cat, watch your toes. And save and submit. Hover your mouse over. Click me. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Back. They gave us green check mark. Click me. There's that. Okay, so it fades. It was light and it faded to 100%. Tiny person, please. Yeah. Next lesson. Nope. Are we on it? Next lesson. Cool. Oh, God. Cat. Your cloud of fur is infecting the whole area. No, I was not calling you. I was clearing my throat. You stupid feline. What do you need? Look, we've got 2 more sections. We're on 13 up. No, please get your ass off of my phone. That's chat, little one. That is chat. Oh my God. No. We learned our lesson yesterday. We're taking the keyboard down below. You can have the desk. Oh my god, and you're moving the webcam. Oh, we should have left you at the adoption agency. Okay. Sweet baby Jesus. Is that's gotta be relatively kosher. Oh my god, your tail. Holy hell. Holy hell. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. 12 of 13. We are on the edge, people. What are you doing? What are you doing? We've got the mic and we've got the webcam. I'm scratching you. Only if you don't move the webcam, alright? Look at this. Look at this. Don't mind us. Don't mind us. Just we gotta deal with her before she completely destroys everything. Okay, good, good. You've been loved for like a solid 8.5 seconds. Be happy. Where's chat? Good, good. Fall asleep. I will continue to scratch you if you promise not to do anything terrible. Okay. Ellipses, and get yourself out. So we got ourselves in, now we're getting ourselves out. No, don't look at the mic. That mic's not for you. Excellent. Your button looks great now. It stands out when a user mouses over it. Hover over, moused in. Beautiful. However, you'll notice that when you take your cursor off the button, it stays dark. What we really want is for our button to become light again when your mouse leaves. You might have guessed that jQuery includes a mouse leave action. If so, you're right. If you're curious, you can learn more about the cat. You can learn more about these actions in jQuery documentation. Who's a kitty? You're a kitty. Right. Okay, good. Can we see the hands? Instructions. But yeah, claws. You were adopted. No. Be loved. Alright. Why is my tongue so furry? Damn you, whiskers. Instructions. Between the ending curly brace and parenthesis and semicolon that ends your mouse enter, and the ending curly brace end parenthesis and semicolon that ends your document ready, add a mouse leave parentheses that uses fade to. I've blanked out. Add a mouse leave that uses fade to return your div's opacity to 0.5 like the previous fade to. It should have fast as its first input. Click save and submit, then slowly move over your div to see the effect. I'm not certain. They said there's two ending things. Between the ending that ends your mouse enter here, we've got function, which is, yeah, we'll figure it out. Between that and the end that ends your document ready. So here's document ready with this parenthesis. Its main parenthesis surrounds this here. And the mouse enter curly brace goes here. So it's in between those two, supposedly. Which I guess makes sense, because that's on the same line as this div as far as indentation goes. We'll shove $1 in there. Cool. Add a mouse leave that uses fade to return your div's opacity to 0.5. Like the previous fade to, it should have fast. This is very, very similar to what we have before. Don't move that webcam, little cat. A swift punch in the throat coming right at you. Just kidding. A punch of love. That's right. We get to snuggle after the stream. Yeah, that's right. Hard snuggling. Me and you, little cat. We're gonna do some top ramen. It's gonna get out of hand. There's gonna be noodles everywhere. Alright. Something about fast and other stuff. Let's get that div in there before we forget. Have you totally thrown off the... No, you haven't, but still, you're pretty awful. Okay, she is right here. Like, this is... Can we borrow your hand for, like, 12 seconds? Can you see that? That's her... Oh, hey. She does not like us tapping her hand like that. Good. Back. Fade to something about fast. Comma. No. Don't get the In-N-Out salt packet. Sweet Jesus. Hey, sit. Love you. 0.5. 0.5. Just be happy for like 2.5 minutes. Alright? Do we get a closing div on this guy? Why, your fur is just lodged in there. It's awful. My nose is hella itchy right now. Freaking out. Got little kitty on my mind. Body's ready to burst into anaphylactic shock. Cat, you're back. He's covered in fur, and I can't see. There's the save and submit. Okay, we were on it. Our spidey senses guided us directly to it. Did that work? Ta-da! Yeah, I feel like something should have happened there. Oh, was it mouse? Did I do mouse enter again? It should have been mouse leave. Did you set your div's opacity to 0.5? Check the example. Yeah. Fade to... You know what? I think this is a two-part thing. This is a two-part thing. That nightmare ends. A new nightmare begins, which is mouse enter function. So we've got the first part. I thought it was a singular thing, but that makes sense because it's a different thing. Not very descriptive, but you'll see what I mean. Wow, you are resting your face on the webcam because you're just giving up on life. Hold on, let me document this with my phone. She is fully just... Hey, focus camera. Sleep. She's got one eye open, one eye closed. I just want to acknowledge that she is leaning on said webcam. Let's jump to OBS. Can we acknowledge it right? No. Turning. There's that. She is... There we go. She's resting her head on the webcam tripod for her pillow. Yeah, that is her. That is what I'm looking at right now. So when the camera shifts, it's because of her head. So bear with us. She's doing her thing. Okay, way cool. Let's check back here. Oh, little cat, you multiply the length everything takes by like 12. There is literally like a ball of fur in the back right side of my mouth hole. It is awful. What do we got? You know what? We can put the keyboard up here. because she's slightly shimmy just enough where she's not totally in the way. Parentheses, div life, dot mouse leave. Now, mouse enter isn't in camel case, mouse leave isn't in camel case. Fade to is, and basically everything else is, so maybe the mouse leave enter is just, that's how that command is set up. I can only assume. There's that. Yeah, that's gonna get ugly quick. We should have done that before we did the div fades to 50% function. There's u, which gets thrown into something awful. I guess, what is that? A curly brace followed by a parentheses followed by a semicolon? Is that right? What the hell is this? What is this guy? Why does everything seem broken right now? Mouse leave, mouse enter, 0.5. Instead of that, use div to continue. Unexpected, saw something else. Let's remove this. Command X. So let's go back to 11, because 11 worked beautifully. D. So here's this. We're gonna make a space. We're gonna move back. That just throws off everything. It hates everything about us, which is pretty interesting, actually. Usually something doesn't turn hellfire red and in a single stroke, you know? That's... Is it the semicolon? It's the curly brace. The curly brace is pissed. Yeah, that's not helping anybody's day. In general, this feels bad. Is this what bad feels like? Let's back up that. Alright. What do we... What the hell is this? What is 7? What is this guy? Does this still run? Did we just have an extra thing floating around for the hell of it? Back to editor. I guess so. Save and next. Yeah, let's get rid of you. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what this is. They said do it between these. I just think that's so interesting at how much it hates our existence. Why is it so awful? You know what I think it is? Is it the indentation of it? That's what I think it is. Yeah, it's the indentation of it. Let's give that a shot. I don't know if the indentation would matter. Do we add back those strays we had? Unmatched blank. No? Why am I so friggin' confused? Huh. You know what? I think everything's fine. It's commands X. Hold on. We'll get this. Oh, that did not go well for anybody. Expected a blank, saw a blank. No. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Back to 11. Dear God, everything hurts. Oh, where you let one little cat fall asleep on your desk and just the internet breaks on you. I don't think I'm supposed to do it between them. I think I'm supposed to do it inside. So before I was doing it here, which I don't think is correct. I think I need to do it here. I'm pretty sure that's what's supposed to happen. So I'm going to drop that in. And it's pissed. Unmatched blank. That's better. Expected a blank and saw a blank. Hold the phone. It's a syntax issue. That's all it is. It's a syntax issue, but I've utterly destroyed it. So we're gonna check 12. Forget yourself out. Do we check the forums? Let's check the forums. Usually we'll throw it into Google. We're just so close to the end, but clearly we're missing something. Really, and the forums, okay, I was like, the forums just bring us right back to the page we were at? That's not a forum at all. Get yourself in. What's wrong? 11 of 13. Let's see what this guy has to say. And get yourself out. Let's see what's going on there. 12. Get yourself out doesn't work. Maybe that's our issue. Maybe we were right. The system's broken. You're forgetting the quotation marks or apostrophe. Whichever. Yeah, I guess. Wrong with my code. Document.ready function blank, not ready, dot fade out. 1000. Curly, parentheses. Function gets its own thing. I was just completing it. I'm the idiot. Right. How could I forget? That makes so much sense. It's that bit. The function part. See? And we did figure out that it's above. That's good. But it's the fact that we were missing the stuff. This guy. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, cool. So section 12. I guess we hit reset code. And let's do no? Well, son of a function has a thing there. Did we not do that for the other one? We did not do that for the other one, so that's our issue. Right here, problem solved with spec frickin' tacular. Cool. Okay. We got that. Alright. What's going down? Mike D Pro, is that a foot? Yes, that is a human foot. That is a human foot. Attached to a person playing Breath of the Wild. At first, I wasn't sure if you were talking about the cat, because the little cat was moving around. There'd be, like, kitty toes poking up on stream, but you're talking about the other thing. Alright, we solved the stuff. This needs to be back. And I think we're good from there. Moving over, moving back. Ha, look at that, little kitty. Hey, psst, you. Oh, wake up. It works. See that? The hovering? Yeah, pretty impressive. Alright, back to editor. Oh god, it looks like you didn't set your divs opacity to 5? It kind of looks like we set it to 0.5, right? Doesn't this look like 0.5? To another human? Like it feels like it is to me. We've got fast, we've got our hint. Okay, the new code should look almost identical to your previous code except mouse leave instead of mouse enter and set the opacity to 0.5 instead of blah. Okay, so we're gonna take you. Why does none of this still feel right? Damn. Hold on. Don't mind me. We're seriously just back at the ready. This is hell. This has been hell. Little cat, your feet are on the keyboard. Get a hint. Here's this JavaScript document.ready. So this part we don't need. We could have that. Everything's good. Copy, save and submit. That's great. Good. Document.ready. Let's subtract, reset the code. We are going to take ready, which has a function. So this doesn't need to exist. That doesn't need to exist. We've cleared that out. What's happening is we're entering function with a parentheses. Function. Wow, this took like a hard left into a nightmare. So there's that. We've got our $sign. Parenthesis div dot mouse enter, and it does fast quote 1 semicolon. Is that right? Fast quote law 1. This goes back here. Then after that, no. That's not fast quote 1. Just kidding. That was also a lie. We've got mouse enter function yet again with another empty thing with more curly braces, which drops 2 lines, goes back 1, this goes forward 1, and then div $sign div. Fuckers. This is very specific syntax and formatting. We are going to get there though. Through hell or high water, we are coming. Fade to. Now we've got fast. 1 semicolon. All right. All is well in the world. All is well. Save and submit. And we're going to copy. We're not going to copy anything. We're not going to copy anything. Save and submit. That works. Back to editor. Good. We are going to continue adding on top of that JavaScript. So this is, they redid stuff. I don't know why. Oh, reset code. That's what we've got from the last section. Okay, good. We're piecing this together. We are piecing this together. Okay. We've got document. We've got our function with its empty bracket and our full curly brace, which goes all the way down here. Inside of that curly brace, inside from here to here, we have this div and its curly brace, which goes to here. That is the mouse enter function blah goes there. So this curly bracket goes to this curly bracket. This is all inside mouse enter. What we need is to be outside of this on the same line, so it does go in between those two, like they had mentioned. Something about in between. Between blank and blank. That ends your mouse enter. This ends the mouse enter. In between that, so we add our div, $. Well, at least we are intimately familiar about how to set up this stuff in jQuery now. Holy, that is the only upside to this. Mouse, enter. We've got function, mouse, enter. We have that, which will have its own semicolon. However, we also add function here, and it's not going to be mouse enter, it's mouse leave, parentheses, mouse leave. Expected an identifier saw this, instead missing, yeah, don't worry about that. So we've got our div. This is inside the ready function, the curly brackets, inside these curly brackets, outside of this one. So this is good. Div, mouse leave, function. God, this has been a nightmare. Why am I struggling so much? You mean mouse leave, what is that? Desugoji? Hopefully I pronounced that right. You mean mouse leave. Yes. You are correct. Good, good. So, function stays. We add curly brackets and split it. This comes back one, we go up one, over, and add a $sign. Oh, the universe is starting to balance out again? Okay, okay, this is good. Finally, a flash of hope. Just a tiny spark. Something about something about something. Div again, right? Always div. Not always div. For this example, it's been div. Div dot fade to. Oh, yes, yes, good, good. Fast, comma, space, fast. Oh my god, we're gonna get it. 0.5 and semicolon for the icing on the cake. Now it should run. Covered, beautiful. Look at that, fading, fading. On, off, or technically enter, leave, beautiful, that works. Back to the editor. Balls and the sack that they're in. Son of a... Oh. Yeah, little kitty, you said it. This, look at this. She's still here. Do we see this? Are we acknowledging her paw? This is a cat. Oh. Damn. Okay, hey, no touching that. You're moving the webcam, little cat. Okay, let's close. It looks like you set your div's opacity. Looks like you didn't set your div's opacity to 0.5. Am I confused? Does this not look like 0.5? Right? Right, this is the same thing, and now we know that a retang should be good. Let's close, check the instructions if you need help. Well, at this point, we're going to need a friggin' miracle. Save and submit. You work. That is a functioning click thing. Back to editor. Close. They don't like our existence. Hey, this keyboard is not for you, tiny person. God, this is painful. Why does that not want to work? How long have you been learning to code? It's been 91 days. However, today is day 1 of jQuery. So, 91 days total, but my little slice of hell for the last 91 days has been right here. Codecademy. We've knocked out all kinds of courses. Catalog, little cat, if you move that webcam, I'm gonna bop you so fast. So we've just been knocking out one course at a time. Started here, and we're just making our way through each one. Learn HTML, JavaScript, or learn HTML, CSS, then learn JavaScript, SAS. SAS was great. Python had a gem of binary, which was absolute hell. So yeah, we just finished JavaScript last night, and now today we are starting on jQuery. Today is day 1 of jQuery. We were so close to doing well. We are on section 12 of 13. Like, we flew through all of this. Flew is kind of a strong word, but 12. The syntax has just been... We fell down a rabbit hole of confusion, but we finally went through, redid everything. It seems relatively good. Just trying to finish. I would suggest moving on from Codecademy as soon as you can. Yeah, free code camp really looks and seems to be a lot, I don't know if better is too strong of a word, too blunt, but that seems to be the general consensus. Or even, what's the other one? Treehouse? So yeah. Code War, I need to check out Code Wars. .com or .something, but I think that's more of just activities to do. I don't know if it's more instructional. Also, you seem to be learning way too many technologies at once. You want to focus on one stack. Yeah, that's probably another issue. Somehow I ended up trying to conquer Codecademy, all of it, which I've made we'll call it a healthy dent. So yeah, because I know Codecademy won't take me all year. I've just been chipping away at it every day. But yeah, so the next thing on the to-do list is free code camp. But yeah. I went to college for CS, but ended up dropping out and learning on my own, kind of like you, so I know exactly what you're going through. Good times. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Also, as far as schooling, my major was business administration, which was just mind-numbingly boring. I also like learning, but there was something about like the college experience that I had with going through and learning business administration was beyond soul-crushing. And since I like learning and I found coding interesting, I didn't want to solely the experience of learning to code or just coding in general, programming, whatever you want to call it, with a negative learning experience. I suppose if I went to the right school for coding and was the right program, I'm sure it could be enjoyable or different, but I didn't want to blend the two. So learning on my own is, I've enjoyed Codecademy, despite its many interesting quirks that I've come across. Hey, little cat, claws to yourself, woman, alright? Jesus. Alright, went to college for CS. Are you sure this assignment isn't asking you to only have them? Oh! If that's the case, Jesu Goji, I do that a lot. I overthink things. That would be super duper awesome if it's not both. Like, I'm just gonna delete this and see how I feel. The universe feels like it's healing around me after you made that comment. I'm gonna run it, but I'm gonna read through the comments really. If you claw me, I swear to God, you will be sleeping in the hall for the rest of the week, alright? No top ramen for you. Are you sure this assignment isn't asking you to have that? I'm now making bank with this, so it works if you learn stuff. You should just build something, in my opinion. Think of something you want to build. I'm also learning this stuff. That's literally the best learning experience you can get. Yeah, learning hands-on is good times. Okay, little cat, I need to access that mouse, and this is like a bed of claws. Yeah, whoa. Hey, no, none of that. None of that. We're gonna move your little kitty paws over here. Thank you. And we're gonna run this. Desu. Oh my god. Now look at this. Look at this. We got both an error and a green check mark. It's been 91 days and I've never seen that. But I would like to note, I am not surprised because there are so many these types of quirks, and more often than not, let's find a good one. Yeah, 12 doesn't work right here. Are we seeing this title? I've seen so many times where something is broken. Now that true, they are updating. They're getting rid of a lot of the old stuff. They're going to be sunsetting PHP soon. But they've got a new version of JavaScript coming and a couple other courses in summer in just a couple months. But yeah, good. Nice. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I've got this love-hate experience going on with Codecademy, so thank you guys for the input and stopping by. Build something. Yeah, that was the other thing is with Codecademy, they don't go very like in depth. It's a lot of high-level basic stuff even at the end of their deeper courses. Despite having Ruby, learning Ruby on blah blah blah, like it's very, we'll call it surface level, high level learning. So I'm not too concerned about like committing to all of these. I actually like seeing multiples. I will be focusing on one, and ideally just as a fun side project at the, no, little cat, if you knock over that webcam. I'm planning on trying to build a side project that includes as many languages as possible, because I also want to see, I'm going into this cold. You know, I still have no idea. It's been 91 days of coding here at Codecademy. I have no idea what Ruby is. I've heard of it. And we'll call it like 20 days ago, day 70, I had heard of Python, but I had no idea what it looked like or how it functioned or anything like that. So, yeah, good. That's literally best learning. I got lucky enough to get in on a small company and be the sole developer. I learned 100% more than online tutorials by working on real-world applications. I agree with Brendan. Building something is much better than learning experience. Check out .NET for backend and simple JavaScript.cs HTML for frontend. Oh, wait, looks like you're on a Mac. Maybe a little more difficult for .NET. Maybe Node.js. There's a better foot behind you. Oh, yes, that is a human foot. That is my Mrs. Foot. She is currently playing Breath of the Wild. Tons of fun. Which is what I've been doing for the last month since that game's come out. Hey, little cat, check your shit. Alright, let's get back to this. On the Wii U, I already had the Wii U. I'm waiting till Mario comes out to get the Switch, and it's still awesome on the Wii U, so it's been a blast. Alright, we got sidetracked, but yes, building things. I am looking forward to a side project. It's just, I'm trying to figure out what language I'd like to work with, or use, or build, because I'm not sure, like, I don't have... That's the other thing, is a lot of people come to Codecademy and they're like, oh, I want to learn how to deploy a website, or I want to learn Ruby, or something like that. I didn't know where I wanted to learn. So, the other thing, side note, since we are discussing, Topher, hey, you made it. The other thing, which Topher's heard this story more than once, is the reason why I ended up doing the Codecademy stream starting here. Somehow you noticed I was on a Mac, I guess, which is cool. Oh, the stuff in the information. I say I have a Mac. Yeah. That's how. Where are we going? Little cat, what was I talking about? Psst. Oh yeah, I've got an old Mac which struggles, and I've got my awesome Elgato HD60S, but that doesn't work with my computer. It's not good enough. So the only thing that my computer can handle streaming is me streaming something basic like Codecademy. This is about as intense of a stream as it can get. So that's that. That's what I'm doing in the meantime. Cat, you are blocking the submit, save, and back to editor. It said it passed. We can go to 13. We can go to 13. I know we can. But yeah. Hey, little cat, check yourself. All right. Topher, as a side note, we were just on 12 of 13. I just made the 13 of 13, so this bird's coming to an end pretty soon. You've literally covered everything in fur. I love you so much, but you're so awful. Oop, champ. Nice. Alright. What do we... I missed like 35 comments after the Switch comment. There's also a .NET Core. Yes, see, it has you doing React.js then Angular. You don't need both. Probably don't need any of this stuff. True, there is .NET Core, but I think the tooling makes it easier to get into as a first-timer with Visual Studio. Might as well learn Java, and then you can always learn all the cool technologies that run on JVM. But to start, Topher, JavaScript and Python are really cool. Java is dying in enterprise. It's just getting outsourced. What's the language to go for then? I'm also a beginner. Maybe dying, but it's the largest share of enterprise. Yeah, but with .NET picking up closely, Java's old, really crappy. .NET has a lot of new stuff. Not baked on top of old crap. Mike D. Pro, Web Technologies, Java, largest enterprise. No, that'd be for .NET. And I know it's not related to any of these things, but I do just enjoy sort of the learning aspect of all the different programming languages, but machine learning. I know that's kind of like an almost different field. I know it uses programming languages of sorts, but machine learning is something that I'm interested in. So, and what is it? What's the opens? Is it brain.js or something? I don't know. In fact, there are many more jobs for .NET than Java. Writing for Project.NET Core, Angular 2 right now. Loving that stack, agreed. I'm so desperately trying to get into React, just can't. .NET is the bomb.com right now. Good to know. Tried React, didn't like it. Have you checked out Angular DOS? Well, 4 now. Usually prefer backend, but Angular makes me love frontend. Long time. Good to know, Brendan. Good to know. Alright, little cat. Eureka. We made it to 13 after that hellhole of 12. I really do think it was broken. This dude was not wrong, because there was still an error even when they gave us the green check mark, and took just forever to get that solved. And we did fix it. We ended up changing it back to this. How nice. Good. Well, something similar to that. Let's close out of you and you. What's going down? Eureka. Great job. You've gone from static HTML and CSS to dynamic jQuery goodness in no time flat. That's not true. It was brutal, and it took a long time, and it hurt for like the last 25 minutes straight. Now you can see some of the power behind jQuery as you learn more. You'll be able to work all kinds of amazing interactive magic. Feel free to play around with your new button. What happens when you change fast to slow? What happens when you change the opacity value? Instructions. When you're ready, click Save and Submit to complete this lesson. We're just going to do exactly that. Now, chat is hella chatty tonight. Tried Angular, also hated it, mostly because of TypeScript. You try Angular 1, oh, love TypeScript, maybe that's why, yuck. It's not terrible, but man, TypeScript looks cool. Haven't tried it out. All my Angular stuff is 1.46. See, all of these words, and you guys understand what you're talking about? I don't know, which is why Codecademy, that's still the thing, and that's the upside to it not being overly high level. We were just going over this. All of their stuff, even, you know, they've got their intro to JavaScript, learn JavaScript, and then they've got their in-depth, to some degree, JavaScript course, which is still extremely high level. All of these are good like taster samples, if you will, to get a feel across the board about all this stuff. I want to know kind of the basics just to get my bearings. It's like completing a compass. That's what I'm kind of doing. I'm building my whole compass out, you know, basic, we'll call it clockwise for ease of use, north, then east, then south, west, and then back north. So we're filling that out, and then we're going to go adventure into the world. We're laying the groundwork first. It's basic stuff. I've used SQL before in past job stuff, basic things, but again, Ruby, no fucking clue what Ruby looks like, what it does. Python was a mystery to me before I did it, so anywho, it's been good so far. Let's close out of this. Let's go ahead and put the final bullet in 13. Congratulations, she's done. Introduction to jQuery in the bag. You can use Angular 2 without TypeScript, but all the docs are in TypeScript. Oh, Topher. TypeScript is basically just strongly typed JavaScript with enums. Fascinating. You can use Angular 2 without TypeScript. Yep, I don't know what you're talking about. Sad face. Makes two of us, Mike. Makes two of us. Strongly typed is amazing. Best part is TypeScript doesn't have to be strongly typed. I prefer dynamically typed languages. Hate dynamic, but I learned with .NET, so that may be why. And I have worked with it for 5 years. But I can see why you'd like it if you're coming from Java or C++. Groundwork is my concepts, not language syntax. Good, good. Alright, so we've got our badge, introduction to jQuery. Let's close that. We will take a peek at the next course. What is on the horizon for tomorrow? Day 92, jQuery functions and selectors. Now that you know a little jQuery, let's dive into some details, how functions work, and how we can select a wider range of HTML elements to manipulate. Very cool. Start. What do we have ahead of us for tomorrow? We've got... Cat, will you please stop licking yourself? You're blocking. Sweetness, I love you. 13 sections. There we go. Okay, same as today. Not too bad. What does the beginning start with? Just a peek, a hook for day 92. Functions, part 1. Dala document.ready. Functions are the basic unit of action in jQuery. The main entry point of most jQuery applications is a block of code that looks like this. Blah. Let's go through it bit by bit tomorrow. Exactly. Alright, so let's back out. Where are we concluding day 91 as far as our stats go in Codecademy? We are currently 20% of the way through jQuery, and we are concluding day 91 with 1,056 points of arbitrary confusion, gold stars, and brief moments of happiness, and 143 badges. Spectacular. Good, good. And 10 lessons complete. Oh, damn. We're getting there, little cat. We are getting there. Awesome. Thank you again to everyone who stopped by. Brendan, Topher, of course, Desu, Mike, And, oh, I know there was another one. I know there was another one. You know what? Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Yep. Mike, Desu, Brendan, and Topher. Way cool. Thank you for all the assistance. And okay, and anyone else that may be watching that didn't shout out in chat. Always good to have people stop by. Way cool. All right, we are gonna power this stream down. Stop streaming. Are you sure? Hell yeah. Kill it.